Local businesses can get help after Hurricanes Laura and Delta back in 2020. The Monroe Chamber of Commerce hosted a presentation today about the Restore Small Business Loan Program. Well, the loans have 0% interest and up to 40% can be forgiven.
It was a tough year in Louisiana, and a lot of businesses were impacted even this far into the state. We know it's 4 years later, but the federal money is down, it's available, and we need to get it into the business community.
The deadline for businesses to apply is May 31st. We have posted application help on knoe.com.